man, oh man, oh man. It has been too long. Let's discuss it and get into it. Hey everyone, I hope you're well, playing on and making the games that you all love. You're joining me, your host, Principal Level Zara Max Purrs. Absolute pleasure to be chatting with all of you today. As I mentioned, it's been a while. It's been a long one from it, and there's a lot to kind of discuss, kind of where the podcast is heading, where I've been, what I've been up to, all those kind of elements is the plan for this one, and kind of talking about the schedule. The first thing I want to say is thank you to all the kind messages out there. I found that even though I've been away for a while, there's still people listening to the podcast, sending messages via Twitter or leaving comments on the YouTube or however, just saying that they really still love the podcast, they're still enjoying it, and they want to see more of it. So thank you for those kind words. As I said, I don't really want to keep people waiting any longer for it, as it's been too long for this, and thank goodness to our editor as well, because he's been giving me a good nudge in a great way. But first, let's have a quick word from today's sponsor. Today's sponsor is none other than me. What I've done, everyone, and I hope you're excited for this, is I've actually created a level design kind of store. What I've done in this store is put up different kinds of tips and tricks that you can find there, whether that be my actual ebook itself, to that of level design pamphlets focused on different things such as traversal, stealth, breaking into the industry, as well as different talks that I have done which you cannot find anywhere else other than on this store. So if you are looking to improve on your level design skills and processes, then check out the Level Design Store, which will be down in the description below, where there'll be a link to find this. All you need to do is head over to gumroad.com/level design lobby. I hope you like what you see, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts. Thank you, and now back to the show. So yeah, let's start off with the positives. Firstly is, I know when I'm recording this, I think it's about a couple weeks from just after Summer Game Festival, and it was great to see 3 games that I've worked on be shown on that. Like, that's one of the great perks of contracting, is being able to see the projects that you work on being shown, and having multiple, from Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty, Hellblade 2, and then Division Resurgence, which again all had a great showing, all got a fair amount of love in that. And yeah, it was really nice to see the behind the scenes, and Ninja Theory talking about their recording studio, where me and a couple of people got to play around in those suits and get some like temp animation. So that was really, really good work, and this studio is great. So I just want to say how happy it was to see all of that. The con of being a contractor is you're not necessarily involved till the very end, right? So it's still been nice to again see all of that, to see the teams that I've had the pleasure to work with still working hard, and great to see how much they've all improved since I last saw them. So really cool to see for that. Yeah, I guess the next one's kind of the con of not being here was that it's just been extremely busy. I feel like we're in the 7th month, and I don't even feel like I've had a chance to even catch my breath in the year thus far. And Christ Almighty, it's in the second half of the year. How scary is that? Yeah, I've been very busy with a lot of contract work, contract gigs, which has been coming up, which is great. We've had a few milestones in a couple of them, which we hit, and it seems like everyone's happy, so that's great from my side to hear. And yeah, it is the weekend before Develop as well, and I'm giving a talk there. So I finished the talk. It's more rehearsing and tweaking a few things. So I've got a good bit of feedback from a few different people, which I appreciate. And yeah, like I said, that's been the issue with not being able to do the podcast, is with the fact that I've been contracting, and obviously all the contracts are under heavy NDAs. I've not had a chance to play anything. I've picked up, like many of our Steam libraries or game collections, I've picked up so many games and played very little of any. I think I picked up Hogwarts and I haven't even opened it, and sadly, like I've got Final Fantasy 16 and I've played like just a bit past where the demo was and not had a chance to pick it back up. So I don't necessarily feel I've been able to break things down, talk about relevant topics to really help push that, which is, like I said, been a real shame for me, because it's not been the easiest to think of topics from not having the chance to necessarily sit down and play the games. And I think that's been something that's been holding me back to be able to think of things to talk about. So I think, yeah, it's definitely something that I'm going to try and get a better handle of. The other thing is that I've been teaching the CGMA course a lot throughout this year, and had some incredible students through that. So everyone who's taken part, I appreciate each and every one of you working hard for your semesters. 10 weeks long is a lot and a big demand. So it is to me to give that a huge amount of my focus and attention too, because the fact that obviously all of them have been paying for the course and needing the feedback, and I think being a good tutor, a good mentor is a lot of focus, right? Like it is a huge amount of making sure that people feel that they're growing in their work. And I think that's something that, again, just needs my focus and attention for that. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it is something that's, again, taken away time from the podcast and the recording for that. And then the third one is trying to do this God of War level. Like, you know, my partner said to me, she's like, "Oh, it's been like a year. Why haven't you finished it yet?" And yeah, in a sense it has, but I've not been working on it constantly for a year, right? Like I've only just opened it back up, I think last week for the first time, and I've been working on it over the weekend, which not maybe I should be focusing more on the presentation for it, but it's a again something I really want to do, because of the fact that I have loved the God of War franchise for a long time, and I think to improve my own skills as a level designer, it's been something that I've been really wanting to work on, right? The fact that I'm able to, as many of you, if you follow me on Twitter, will have seen the progress updates, that I'm scripting things using Blueprint again, because again, there wasn't much. I haven't used Blueprint in a while. I used it over on Hellblade, right? But to continuously learn that, I've been working on God of War as well, and obviously there's projects I'm using that use Unreal. So I really just wanted a great kind of portfolio piece, which no one really gets to necessarily not really interfere or that, but like you know, when you've got a personal passion project that you're like, yes, I'm in charge of this, and I just got this quarry area blocked out, it looks great, it feels good for it, the tone, the narrative, all that's kind of changing as well. And I've got to make sure I kind of rein myself in a little bit, because it can definitely grow a bit too much. Because already the first section is almost 10 minutes long of gameplay right there, about 8-9 kind of area. And this second section, I definitely know I can go a bit too far, so I'm just reining myself in on that. But I hope to I want to have it done by the end of the year. I want to make sure it's just, again, that wow piece that when it's done, people are going to see it and just like, God, yeah, it fits in the universe of God of War. It makes sense. It's a fun one for it, and scripting that so people can see the skill in the blueprint as well as the blocking out. So yeah, it's just taking a lot of time in that for it, but it's still a great one to do. I guess kind of an announcement as well. I'm planning to make my own course, hopefully by the end of the year as well. So I'm really looking forward to making that. Obviously, working with all of these incredible students, I thought, well, yeah, why not do this? Was the fact that I have been teaching on the CGMA, that's Amelia Schatz's criteria, right? She's done all videos for it, and they're more reviewing and doing Q&As and helping that front. But I think it'd be nice for me to sit down and actually, make something that's more mine, in a sense, something that I believe can help with level design too. So that's very much on my thoughts as well for it. So yeah, that's a big one on this for me. Yeah, just focusing that on growth. As I said, contracting's very busy at the moment. I thought at the start of the year, I was like, God, it's not going to be that busy of a year, but how wrong I've been. So I just want to kind of let people know where we are with the podcast, kind of what's happening for it, and where kind of it's kind of going. So I think the next point is I don't actually know if I'm going to be able to do like four episodes a month, because that was roughly like an episode a week was generally the plan. But I'm going to try and make sure that there's still an episode or 2 episodes a month for it. I just think while I'm contracting, there's so much to do. and that's the kind of the big thing for me, is finding the time so I can continue this. And
at Level Design Lobby, we believe everybody has a story to tell. Hobbyist or student, freelancer or veteran, we made it our mission to unite those who share our passion for creating and developing great games. Thanks to our generous Patreon backers, we've been able to do just that. So if you've already pledged your support, thank you. If not, you too can ensure the future of Level Design Lobby, helping us to create even more exciting content, collaborations, interviews, and much more. With awesome perks and rewards, whether you're a seasoned professional or just getting started, you're sure to find something for you. Want to share tips, tricks, and advice with passionate, like-minded developers? Our awesome community Discord has you covered. Fancy practicing your level design, creating strong portfolio content, and having fun? Then try our level design weekends. Or perhaps you want to individually discuss your work, hone your skills, or level up your career? Then consider our one-on-one mentorships. If you share our vision, then go to patreon.com/Level Design Lobby for more information and to pledge your support. Thank you.
Not necessarily feeling the pressure to make sure, oh my god, I've missed a week, oh my god, and da 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 da. So yeah, we'll continue with this in a slightly different way, but stick with me. Things will hopefully pick up again. It's just more about, again, finding time for it all with that, for all of this. Yeah, the other thing is, I say, it's the weekend before Develop. I think this will be out either just before Develop or just after the day one of Develop, I think. So if you do see me there, please do say hi. I'm happy to talk to as many people as I can. I am doing a talk on that of Cyberpunk and designing the level Eboniki for it, which I'm very excited about. It's, yeah, I think working on the presentation, I'm sure maybe you know, working on anything, you're like, oh, look, it's amazing, it's so great, and then you're like, God, it sucks. Why is anyone going to pay attention to me? And that constant highs and lows of making something, right? So yeah, so I've already done one run today. I'll do another one after this episode and kind of go through it a bit further. But yeah, like it's exciting. It's nice to also give a talk back in the UK, because when I started to do all these talks, it's definitely been around the world, which has been incredible. But it's nice to also come back and do one home, even though like it's on the opposite end of the country from my actual home. But it's nice to do that and see some old friends there that I'll be seeing. And I've never been to Develop before, so I'm excited to see more of that. I'm also going to be over at DevCom as well, so if anyone's in Germany before Gamescom, come check out DevCom. It'd be great to be chatting to more people out that way as well. So yeah, just want to let people know that, hey, I'm out there, and if you want to say hi, please, it'd be great to meet each and every one of you. I'm trying to think what else has been up and new and exciting for it. I can't say much other than obviously all this work and stuff, but yeah, if you've got any questions, do just hit them up and I'll try and maybe get back into the Q&A that we used to do back in the day as well, and think about that for it. But yeah, no, thank you very much for listening. I hope you've enjoyed this kind of comeback. There'll be another one coming, so just wanted to kind of sit down, touch base, and talk with everyone a little bit about that, kind of where I've been, what I've been up to, and kind of the future of where we're going. It's not stopping. I think this is it's been great to have everyone here, so let's just keep plodding along, keep pushing and going through all of that. So yeah, I think before my last one, I think there was over 16,000 people listening to this podcast, so I really appreciate each and every one of you listening. That's insane for me to think about. I don't even think I know I don't even know if I know 1,000 people, but yeah, no, I just want to say thank you for all the support, even while I've been away. People leaving comments, people reaching out, I really do appreciate it. And yeah, I've also noticed, sadly, a lot of other LD podcasts not being as active, the whole space in a sense. But I see Stephen Lee's still doing great stuff. We obviously have others coming along and doing great stuff for that as well, which I think the next episode will be just me kind of looking and just going back to the reading list for, yes, Patrick Haslow's got a YouTube channel. He's done some great stuff too. Yeah, all good stuff out there from people. So thank you all very much. Take care. If you want to reach out to me, you can do so via email, leveldesignlobby@gmail.com. Reach me on Twitter @MaxPairs. Check out my website, maxpairs.com, and subscribe. And look forward to chatting to you more. Take care, everyone. See you in a bit.